For heel sit, if you're on a hard surface like I am right now, it might be a good idea to put a pad underneath your knees. You're going to point your toes toward your shin, okay, and then try to sit your glutes all the way to your heel and try to stay tall and hold this position. If this is a struggle, maybe for your knees, maybe for the toes, one thing that might help is putting a pad or a pillow in between your knees and just holding that position. Okay, this is a lot more intense on the toe and on the foot when you're barefoot. So in an ideal scenario, you'd be barefoot. But if that's too much, one thing to make it easier is to put shoes on when you do this stretch. Okay, for toe sit, same thing. If you're on a hard surface like I am right now, it may be a good idea to put a pad underneath your knees. You're going to point your toes away from your shin, and then you're going to sit your glutes all the way to your heels and stay tall. If this is a little too much, one thing that can help, either the knees or maybe the ankles, is putting a pad underneath in between your knees, maybe a pillow if you don't have a pad, and doing the same thing. If you want to get a better stretch, going barefoot is going to make this more intense. But if that's too much for you, keeping shoes on will make it a little less intense. A common problem I see with the toe sit is letting those heels fall out. We want those toes and the heels to be pointed straight backwards. Okay, so we don't want our heels falling out. We want our heels directly underneath our glutes. For the child's pose lat stretch, what I want, you're going to reach over to one side. You're going to get into a child's pose. You're going to reach over to one side, and I want your palms toward the ceiling. Make sure to hit the other side as well. You're going to reach over to the other side, palms toward the ceiling. Okay, for Spider-Man series, it's going to be a series of 3 stretches that you're going to do back to back. You're going to do all on one side, 3 reps everything, before moving to the other side. Okay, the first one is 1 leg downward dog into Spider-Man. Second one is elbow into knee, and the third one is hip twist. So the 1 leg downward dog to Spider-Man. We're going to get into a 1 leg downward dog. Try to keep that heel down. Try to push through. And then we're going to reach through, get into a Spider-Man position. And I want you to try to take that hip, drive it to the ground while staying tall. Try to create some length in that hip flexor psoas. Okay? So we're into that 1 leg downward dog, into Spider-Man. When you get done with 3 of those, you're going to go straight into elbow into knee. So we're still in that Spider-Man position. Drive your hip towards the ground. You're going to keep this front toe straight ahead. You're going to keep your foot flat. You're going to drive your elbow into your knee. Three times. After that, you're going to go hip twist. So same thing. Drive that hip to the ground. Keep that foot flat, toe straight ahead. You're going to turn your belly button towards your knee. You're going to turn your belly button away from your knee. Rocking back and forth 3 times. Remember to breathe. We got half kneel quad. You're going to get into a half kneel position. Pulling this back leg up. Try to stay tall. Hold on to that other knee to help balance. If you're on a hard surface like I am right now, it may be a good idea to grab a pad for the knee. And if you don't have a pad for your knee and you're on a hard surface, one good way to get this done is lying on your side. Okay, so you're going to lie on your side. You're going to take that right knee up towards your chest if you're lying on your right side. You're going to grab that left leg. You're going to get into the exact same position that you were when we were kneeling, but we're lying on our side. That should make it a little bit easier on the knee if you're on a hard surface.